programming in Russia, in Germany, in Japan has all been stopped. They're taking these live pictures. The Prime Minister, Tony Blair, has said we can only imagine the terror. He broke into his TUC. He was due to address the TUC conference today. He broke off from what was to have been his address to give his deepest condolences to President George Bush and the American people. The Prime Minister said the attacks were acts of fanatics who are utterly indifferent to the sanctity of life. Such terrorism was the new evil in our world today. And it was the duty of democracies to come together and fight it together to eradicate this evil completely from our world. Those are the words of Mr. Blair today. We're seeing now the live picture of the World Trade Center. We understand that one of the Twin Towers has collapsed entirely. We have eyewitness accounts of the incidents.
Then like 20 minutes after, I just saw another plane coming on the backside, making a huge turn and then hitting the other tower.
Where was the first plane coming from?
From north.
What did the plane look like?
Like a 737, like a jet plane. Like a jet plane, I mean, like a normal plane, commercial plane.
Did it appear to be veering out of...
We've got a problem with the pictures there, but what we can see is that sections of the other tower are also crumbling. Now, the reason this is happening, according to the website for the World Trade Center, they're actually telling us that the structure, the outside cladding of this building is integral to the safety and security of it. Once you penetrate that, apparently the very structure of the building is under threat, and that's why one tower has already collapsed. What we can see is that sections of the other tower are also crumbling. Now, the reason this is happening, according to the website for the World Trade Center, they're actually telling us that the structure, the outside cladding of this building is integral to the safety and security of it. Once you penetrate that, apparently the very structure of the building is under threat, and that's why one tower has already collapsed. You can see now a live picture of the billowing smoke from the collapsing second tower. It is completely enveloped in smoke. It is on fire, and we understand this other tower is also in a situation of near collapse.
We are told that the collapses are continuing, that the damage that was made by the two planes hitting the Twin Towers. First, one of the Twin Towers, we understand, has collapsed entirely. We understand that the second Twin Tower, there are also collapses there. We are looking at the live picture, the Twin Towers in New York. I can also tell you it appears to be there is a major terrorist attack on a series of incidents in the States. A car bomb, we understand. Yeah. A car bomb has exploded outside the State Department in Washington. That's from a senior U.S. law enforcement official. Do we know any more about that?
Well, all we know is that there was a warning for further explosions. One has gone off in a shopping mall in downtown area of Washington, D.C. And we've just got reports. This came from Associated Press, a news alerts flash which has come to us. Washington, D.C. car bomb explodes outside State Department. And that's from a senior U.S. law enforcement official. So this is, I think, the fifth explosion that we've had in the last 2 hours.
Now, what you're watching there, this is the live picture. There has clearly been another. Now,
we're in the process of seeing the other tower.
It would appear that the second of the Twin Towers has actually collapsed. Let's see these pictures as they're developing.
What you're seeing here, when we went on air, we had two towers, Charlie, the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center. One has already collapsed. Now the second, Tower 1, which does have an antennae that most people go up to the top to be able to see a view of Manhattan. This one has also in the process of collapsing. I cannot imagine how frightening and the scenes are on the streets of Manhattan right now, because they were in a process of desperately trying to evacuate it.